Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mojo, bro. Back with another Van Man, back in the mix. And today I got another banger for y'all, bro. Today, I'm gonna be telling y'all about my first time smoking with my little bro. My littlest brother. My first time, seeing bro high. We went over to the plug square. I think this was also this is my first time smoking with my plug too. This is the plug from the Becoming a Xanax Fiend stories, and he was in a few other stories I mentioned him before. He's the one who used to give me bars and shit. So yeah, bro, this is gonna be a good ass one. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all drop a comment for me, and get this video up. Let's get into it. So, bro, this whole took place. This was like a year after I graduated. I remember this was like a year after I graduated, and this was during the summer. It was during the summertime. So, my little brother, he doesn't live with me and my pops. It's just me and my pops at our crib, And my brother, I grew up with him, but eventually we got split apart. He stayed with our mom and shit, and I stayed with our pops. So, during the summer, he gets to come over. This was the first time he stayed over for, like, a long, period of time. And, this shit was awesome. My little bro, I've never seen him high. I've never gotten high with bro. He's the type to not smoke, to not do any drugs. Meanwhile, me, my big brother, and my other little brother, he's the one from the first time getting high video. He actually taught me how to smoke. That's crazy. My little brother taught me how to smoke. His name is X, but the little brother in the story, his name is C. So me and C, we're chilling at the crib. It's summertime, We're over here. And I remember at the time I was broke. I didn't have no dispo. And this was before my Xanax phase. This was before I had got cool with the plug. I think this was one of my first times ever linking with the plug. This is my first time going into his house. But I think I seen him before whenever he was talking to my brothers. While I was passing by, and I had saw my brothers, and I had saw him, and I said what's up, but I had never went to bro's crib. I never had a real conversation with him. So me and my brother chilling, and eventually we decide, bro, we're gonna go play basketball. We were bored as hell, and I needed something to do. I wanted to get high. I didn't have nothing to get high with, so I was like, I might as well stay busy. Let's just play ball. So we're at the court, we're hooping and shit. Everything's normal. Low key, my little brother's busting my ass. This nigga tore me up, bro. This nigga goes crazy with the ball. No diddy. So, yeah. We're hooping and shit. We're hooping. And eventually, while we're hooping, I end up seeing one of my homies. One of my homies, he's, passing the basketball court. And this homie, he was from school. I knew bro. I knew bro in school. He was, a grade or two below me. And he used to always hang around with me and my friends. Sometimes we'll see him in the hallway. He would sit with us. It's my homie Cam. Shout out to him. I don't know if he's ever going to see this video, but, I haven't talked to him in a while, so I'll just say his real name. So, it was my homie Cam. So, me and my little brother, we see him, and I start walking over to him. I was like, yo, what's up, bro? What you been on? We haven't seen each other in a minute. It was good seeing him, bro. And we were just talking, I forgot to mention, too, me and him, we used to always smoke in the bathroom, bro. We used to always get faded at school. I think he had mentioned one time the only reason that he started smoking was because of me and my friends, because we all used to smoke at school, always bring a pen to school, and bro wasn't the type to have a pen, but he was the type to smoke with you. So whenever he would see us with one, he would always be like, "Yo, can I tap it?" And it was always fun getting high with him because he was a beginner smoker. I love smoking with beginner smokers because they always do or say dumb shit. It's it's just hilarious, bro. So we're all talking and shit, we're chatting. And bro doesn't want to play any basketball, and me and my little brother, we finish up. We're done hooping, and eventually we're like, all right, man, I'm tired of this. And I guess my little brother, C, I guess he had just got tired of me complaining about, not being able to get faded, or he just felt sorry for me because he can tell that I wanted to smoke or something. So he was like, bro, I got a homie. I got a homie that stayed close by. You see those apartments right there? And he pointed, another direction from the park. He was like, "You see those apartments right there? I got a homie there who can spark up with y'all." Sorry about that. So yeah, he was like, "Yo, I got a homie that can spark up with y'all." I'm like, "All right, bet. It sounds lit." So we go over to bro's crib. Like, keep in mind, I've never met him. Like, I've never talked to. Wait, no, that's cap. I had talked to him before, so we had only seen bro one time. And we go over to his crib. It was literally like across the street from the park. Like, it was really close. Bro stayed down the street from my crib. I had mentioned this in a few of the videos. Like, he was really accessible. Like, he was probably like a 5-minute walk like down the street. So whenever I would go to bro's house for bars or whatever, he would call me over there to do favors for him. I never had a problem with it because he was literally right there. And yeah, so we walk over to bro's crib. We open the door. Let me describe what the plug looks like to y'all because this nigga's a character, bro. So bro's like a little chubby. He's like a little shorter than me, and he's a Mexican homie. And whenever I first started linking up with bro, like whenever I first met him, he had like fucking wicks in his hair. He had like starter wicks. Like he was like he was a Florida nigga. Like he had wigs, and bro has hella face tats. Like, I don't think I had ever seen a nigga like this with this many face tats in real life. I'd only seen rappers and fucking shit like this online. Homie had crazy face tats. Nigga had like an eyeball with like sunshine rays around it in the middle of his forehead. And bro's like, yeah, oh, hold on. So bro, we're chilling. We're chilling in the crib, and eventually my brother brings up the question, and he's like, hey, bro, like, my big brother, he's trying to get faded. Like, are you trying to smoke? And the plug here I mentioned, he was like, yo, I had just woke up. Like, he just woke up, and he was like, yeah, bro, this is going to be a wake and bake for me. At the time, I didn't know what a wake and bake was. I didn't know what that meant. So he was like, yeah, bro, let's wake and bake. So bro pulls out his fucking joint, and he starts rolling. And let me to tell y'all about this. I think I had mentioned this in a previous story. Bro was fucking bro had whenever he first opened up the door and we walked inside of his house, it was like Trap City in bro's crib. Like, bro's crib was Trap fucking City. He had a gun with an extended mag, boom, right there on the counter. Whenever I had first walked in, this was like my first time seeing a big ass gun like this. Bro had a big ass gun right there. Bro had like weed all over the counter. In the kitchen, he had like stacks of money in the kitchen, like on the fucking shelf. And I mentioned this before. This was so crazy to me. Whenever I had first walked in, bro has a daughter. It's like she's still in diapers. It's a toddler. Nigga had his daughter walking around. His daughter had like a fucking a pen in her hand. She had a disposable pen in her hand, walking with a diaper, like just walking around the crib. That was the first thing I saw when I walked in. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, yo, what is going on? This is my first time being in the plug's crib, first time being like in a trap. Nigga had like foil on the windows. I don't know what the purpose of that was, but bro had foil on the windows. Shit was crazy. And so yeah, bro was rolling up the joint. We're just talking and shit, just getting to know each other. And it was hella lit. Bro was cool. He puts on YouTube on the TV, and we're chatting and we're getting ready to smoke. Boom. Eventually, bro lights it up. He gets a few drags, and we're chilling. The smoke session's going. We're hotboxing in the living room. His girl is in the kitchen, like cooking him some breakfast and shit. Cooking this some breakfast and some breakfast for the baby. And we're sparkling up in the living rooms and just chatting. And I'm smoking, and eventually the plug passes it over to my friend who was here. I forgot to mention my friend. He said that he had just got out of school. So bro was walking home, and now he's in the plug's crib. I'm pretty sure this is his first time seeing some shit like this. Bro's what is he? He's like Mexican mixed with like a little like Asian. So he's like a little mix. And bro's a good kid. Bro had like his binder with him. He didn't have a backpack. Nigga had a binder. He just got out of school, and now he's in the trap with me and my little brother smoking a joint with the plug. So I'm pretty sure this is crazy as fuck for him. But he was keeping it cool, and we passed the blunt to him. He's getting high, so we're all just faded as fuck in the living room. This is a great session. Like this happened out of nowhere. This was like a normal ass day that just turned into this spontaneous hotbox session. So eventually, my little bro, he's just chilling in the room, vibing with us, and the plug is like, yo, you got to hit it. And me, I'm like, yeah, bro, like he's right, like yo, you gotta hit this. And little bro just starts telling the plug what he always tells me and my other brother. He's always like, nah, bro, I play basketball. I don't want to smoke. I don't want it to mess up my lungs, And we're just like, bro, like you're good. It's not gonna happen. We always tell my little brother that. So we got to the point where we didn't even ask him because he knew he was gonna say the same thing every time. But eventually, the plug convinces him. I don't know what about it was the plug. Maybe he just wanted to listen to the plug. Or he just didn't want to tell the plug no. But we weren't like being aggressive about it. We were just like, come on, bro, like hit it. Like you don't ever hit it. So bro hits the blunt and he is faded. Bro hit the blunt. Bro hit the blunt probably like 4 times. He probably hit the button like 4 times and he was fucked up. Like, this was hilarious. I had never seen my little brother like this. Bro was out of commission. This is hilarious, bro. So, boom. We eventually end up finishing smoking. We finish the session and we leave. We're going back to the crib and my homie Cam, he's like, yeah, bro, I got to get back home. So, it was good seeing y'all. And we're walking to the crib, and eventually, whenever we get there, we split up ways. But before we ended up splitting up ways, my homie Cam, he was like, "Yo, y'all mind if I come inside?" And I was like, "Yo, like, I would love for you to come inside." But my pops, he didn't even know we left. He was inside to sleep the whole time. The whole time he was just in the crib asleep, and we were just gonna go play basketball. It just turned into a smoke sesh. So he was like, "All right, bro." We ended up dapping up and splitting ways. And me and my little brother, we went inside. And this shit was so hilarious. It's so hilarious seeing someone who doesn't smoke get high, bro. I remember while we were walking to the crib, bro said like, "Yo, I just feel like I'm in GTA," and I just thought that was the funniest shit in the world because that's just so relatable. Like, that was something that I would say whenever I first started smoking. Like, I felt like I was like a GTA character in this bitch. So, I just thought that was funny how he was acting, and like this nigga was just out of it. Like, it was funny as hell seeing Lil Bro faded. We went inside and we just watched like hella basketball highlights. Like, we were just stuck on the couch. I don't ever watch this stuff, but for some reason I was just locked in the scene, how these players were moving, how these niggas were hooping. I was like, all right, yeah, like this is a vibe. And ever since then I haven't gotten high with Lil Bro. I haven't smoked with him ever since then. But that was a great summer. That was a great time. That was my first time meeting this plug that became like a real big point with me and drugs. He was like the one giving me all the drugs, all the coke, all the pills and all that. And yeah, like this is my first time meeting him. And that's the whole story, bro. Thanks for listening, bro. All right, man. Make sure y'all subscribe, drop a comment for me. Turn this channel up, bro. I'm trying to grow the channel. All right, I love y'all. Peace.